Good morning, traders. We got about 10 minutes to go. Let's let them get in here. Not seeing anything up there. I don't like the looks of this day. Think it needs more than a cup of coffee. We need to build a fire under the back end and get it going. Yesterday was awful. But we have a little bit of help. This little spike thing lets us know. Good morning, Mr. Peterson, Tamimi, Kenneth, Greg R., Humanity, Who Loves Lunatic, Parabolic. Hopefully all of you brought us some good luck. As always, we're watching this column for any movement. That's all we do every day. Still got about 7 minutes to go. This keeps up, I may have to become a penny stock buyer. Don't really want to go there. Good job, Kenneth. Good morning, Harleys. Higher ground. Good morning, JXD, Jay. Bob Smith. And normally we see a little bit of movement here at a couple minutes till. I'm not seeing nothing this morning. Couple of failures, that's about it. All we do is watch this column. Greg, if you can hear me, it started. We're just waiting. Not 6 o'clock yet. Market opens at 6 a.m. Might be a different time for you. I don't know where you live, but that's my time. Come on, get that coffee down. You can do it. Good morning, Paul. Yeah, TSHA, I saw it moving this morning, but then it sold off. XPEV has news coming out this week, probably on Friday, with our luck after close. About a minute and a half to go. Let's see if we can get some action here this morning. You're new here, what we do is we're watching this volume spike. It's going to let us know the moment the stock starts moving up or down. If the numbers start rising, we're going to click on it and watch the chart. We're going to wait for a crossover of these moving averages, wait for a green arrow, wait for a green indicator up here that says bullish, and a positive volume down here where that one said sell. Just hang around, you'll get the hook here. It's not hard. About 45 seconds to go. Let's see what's moving here. Nothing yet. We'll let market open up, let it calm down a little bit. When it gets dead, I'll do an introduction to the system and to myself. Starting to get a little movement up here. 2 seconds, and let's go for it. We're watching these numbers, but they're not moving like they should. Some red ones kicking in. That's looking awful. Looking for at least one green one. Any stock trying to move? This is what we're looking for. We're looking for a crossover. That's confirmed. We need a green arrow. We do not need this bearish. This needs to say bullish. This needs to say buyers. That's not good yet. You'll know when it happens. This number will just take off and start rising, and so will these candles and these green indicators. You'll see green over here. Thumb through here and see what we get. There's TSHA. We talked about it this morning. It was on the move yesterday. That's Tesla. This is what you want to see, but you also want to see some volume here, and we don't have the volume. This is the current candle right here. It's not strong enough. It'll probably creep up and creep up. And we don't like creepers. We like movers. Let me back out of it here a little bit and see where we are. We're on a downhill trend, just a little pop up. We're moving pennies, or nickels, I should say, 250 to 255. There's a good jump. There's them green indicators I talk about. There's the buyers. There's the bullish signal, but it's weak. People are not piling in here. This volume is not flying. Maybe a couple of hopefuls, and then they figure out it's not going up and they bail out. Watching the numbers over here. TSLA. When I first saw that, I said Tesla. It's backwards. This is another penny stock. We're not seeing a bunch of buyers. We're seeing it's bearish, and we have sellers. All we do is watch these numbers. If something's going to take off, it's going to start here first. Good morning, Chuck, Mr. Rodriguez. If you haven't done so, right-click on the volume spike indicator and go to Edit Formula and change this number to 0.0. I have already done it. So once you're set up, all you do every day is you monitor this column for movers. They're going to come to you. You don't have to go searching for stocks. Anything that moves in pre-market's going to pop up right here. Good morning, David. Nice little crowd early this morning. You guys got up. Good job, Tamimi. You're finding your spot. Everybody has a magic number. Just like the tick chart, I put out a video on the 133T. That might not be your number. You may need to go to 233, 175. Find that number. Kind of like a bunch of fake outs this morning. The number starts rising and then they go away. Good morning, KC. Super. This penny stock may run. It's been popping up there a couple times. I don't buy them, but you might. It's a good setup. You saw the pullback right here where the two moving averages are across. They got wide separation. That shows strength. You got the arrow. You have the buyers outnumbering the sellers. Not seeing a spike. It pops in every now and then. We do have volume. It's moving pretty good. It's not the greatest, but it's moving right here. Do you like earning it a penny at a time? This would be your play. It's not mine. Isn't that beautiful? You wouldn't have found that without this. You would have had no idea that stock was moving. Already got 10 cents on a 70-cent stock. Watching my numbers for the stocks I want to buy. You should be watching them for the ones you want to buy. Got the bullish signal up here. We have a buyers down here. We have the volume pouring in. For me to be interested, I think it would have to break this level here. I've seen it's attempted it several times and it was unsuccessful. I'm not interested in getting in here and then watching it drop. Needs to break through, turn around, check it for support, and then shoot up. Resisted once again. Still watching the numbers over here. That's all we do. Keep your eye here, but keep your eye over here. Here's the one that was moving earlier, the TLSA. It fell back. Did give you a 10% gain, or 10-cent gain, actually. It may not be done. Bullish at the top on this candle. This indicator is only for this candle. Buyers are outnumbering the sellers. It is bullish. We do have a green arrow. Yeah, we've been watching DCTH. That's a resistance line right here. It's attempted it several times. It breaks through, then I'll watch for the pullback before entering. Looking pretty blank over here. I need to quit plotting this line on there. It's like I build a brick wall in front of it and it can't go anywhere. Really cheap stock, 27 cents. Looks good. We've got the green. We've got the arrows. We've got the crossover. Make sure you're on 0.0, because on stocks like this, the moment it starts moving, you need to check it or you're going to be late. That's why we do the 0.0. We want to know instantly when it's moving. Looking good for those penny stock buyers. Lots of volume. You can see it right below my mouse. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't see putting $20,000 into something to make 1,000. We'll keep on watching it, though. There's nothing else moving. Don't get distracted over here. You got to keep an eye. Your next one could be popping up. Let's try this one. Nope, that's not going to do it. That one's now pulling back. Make sure if you're trading, you're not trading off of my platform. It's about 5 seconds behind, sometimes 10 or 15. I really don't know that number. But on stocks like this, if you're trading off of my platform, you may lose it before you see it. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Ricky Gaspard. I've been trading since the 1990s. I also write my own scripts, my own indicators. This is called the volume spike indicator. It measures volume, positive or negative. I've programmed it to work with live data. And the moment a stock starts moving, we are notified right here. This is where the party starts, right in this column. Over here, I created the pullback indicator. We wait on a moving average crossover. This is the 8 and the 21. We wait for a green arrow. We wait for the buyers to outnumber the sellers, and we look for a volume spike in this candle. After you do this over time, you'll be clicking here. You'll only be looking here. Out of the corner of your eye, you will see these things pop up. It becomes natural, just like you see happening on your screen. These green arrows pop in, letting you know these are possible buys. These are time to exit. You're in profit, you can get out anytime you want. Don't wait on something to pop up. If you're in profit, take that money because this market is in bad shape. Things are going up and falling off just as fast as they go up. If a company has news and it comes out, we just read the title. Some of you may read more than the title. Another beautiful runner here. Too cheap for me, but you may want it. You have to really pay attention to these numbers to catch them a little bit earlier. I think we caught this one somewhere in this zone. We don't like to see tall wicks. These are sellers driving it back down when the wick is on the top. We watch this column. We get multiple choice. It's not like a paid service. where they give you one at a time. We are monitoring the entire pre-market right here. These are the movers. You will know first because we're picking them up with a very small percentage volume movement. Your job is to make sure that you watch the chart. Don't trade off of my system. Trade off of your own system and plan your entry and exit. We can find stocks in any market, good or bad. We just can't guarantee that they're going to go up or down. The current market condition has a lot to do with that. I can provide you with the great indicator, but I can't make the market move. Keep that in mind. But I can put you on them. The rest is up to you. Watch all of the videos. If you are lost, watch the videos. They are very important. Watch them until you're sick of them. Every time you watch them, more information absorbs. This is what can happen. When you get used to it, you'll say, okay, I know that's going up. Let's get some. It can be that easy. You're not going to find anything out there that works like this. I programmed it, I know. Eventually, they're all going to have it. They're all going to take it. I gave it away. I gave it away because I like helping people. I like turning investors around. I get rid of the guessing game as much as I can. All we do is watch these numbers. You see this one moving right here? Let's check it out. Another penny stock. I bet all of these aren't going off on your paid subscription. The buyers and sellers indicator is called custom volume. You can find it on Discord in the current setup or under TOS scripts or maybe under TOS scans, but I think it's going to be under TOS scripts. Might also be under current setup on Discord. You can also find it on YouTube called custom volume. Good morning, active, top. You'll be a little nervous when you first get used to this system. It's hard to click that button when the share size is big, but you get more comfortable over time. It'll be like trading 100 shares before you know it. We've got a blank screen now. I guess our movers from pre-market open has pretty much calmed down. We like the 7 o'clock hours. Well, that's what we're going to be waiting on next, while we watch to see if anything pops up between those times. Good morning, Gigi. Good job, Active. You're catching on. You've got to take the risk. If it's moving, you're not going to catch anything if you're not involved. I look at it this way. I've been buying large share size for a long time. It's just a matter of getting in, get rid of the emotional feeling. You're either going to win or lose, accept it. Get in. If you're wrong, immediately get out. Don't sit there and wait for it to turn around. Just get in and get out if you're wrong. It's that simple. You may lose a little bit, but if you get in one, you're going to make that loss up real quick, providing you got out fast enough when you were wrong. You've been buying small share size, try 125, try 150, try 175. Work your way up till you're comfortable. Don't just go balls to the wall, because sometimes that can cost you, especially if you're not used to it. You got to get rid of the emotions. This is trading. You're going to have losses. Not every one of them is going to be a winner. If you don't take the chance, you'll never know. Just make sure your losses are a lot smaller than your winners. And you do that by getting out quick if you're wrong. Yeah, you could become 100 or 200 or 500 negative, but when you nail one, you'll probably be up 1,000 or 1,500. I know you're saying he can say that because he's been doing it a while. Well, that's why I want you to watch the videos, study, and practice. What I do is not hard. It used to be hard. I made it easy for all of us. You just have to learn it. You'll know when your chances are great. You'll see this crossover, or you'll see them already crossed over, but then you'll see the green tags coming in, and you'll see the volume flying, and the movement will be in your direction, and the moving averages will be pointing north, something like this. You'll know when it's right. If you get in for large share size and it only ticks up one, and you're afraid of the next one, well, get out. You're in a little profit until you can build enough trust to hang on. Me, if we were only on this candle and it popped up like this, and providing we had a green arrow, don't get me wrong here, I would probably catch it in here and probably be out about here. I wouldn't wait for a top. I would just take whatever I can get. Good morning, Sandra. Don't try to get the whole thing. You don't need the whole thing. Get your piece. Get out. Pay for dinner. Grab the next one. Get another piece. Fill up the car. Times are hard right now. Get what you can. A lot of people's trouble is they want to get rich in a week. It doesn't happen like that. Oh, I'm a good trader. I'm going to nail everything until they actually do it. There's no fluff here. I'm not trying to mislead you. I'm just trying to show you what I did, what I programmed, how easy it can be. I'm taking some of the stress out of it. You don't have all this work to do of finding stocks. They're going to pop up for you right here. You go to YouTube or Discord, you can load this PreMarket scanner. You can load this all stock scanner. They're just basic scans. You can load this spike indicator and the pullback indicator. In about 30 minutes, you're probably done. This one's still going. This is how good this pullback indicator works. It went up. We were notified somewhere in here, and it pulled back. The two moving averages turned back up north. The arrows popped back in, and I'm pretty sure we had spikes on these arrows and green indicators. It pulled back again, and it made another run. So if you would have bought this one and you got in and you saw this red and you got out and it turned around, providing you have enough money to do this, I understand, and you took a wild guess, is this one going to go? And it did, and you saw a red candle and you got out. As long as you're getting pieces of it, that's profit. We're not showing you Ferraris and jet planes and stuff over here. I'm giving this stuff away. I'm telling you the secret. It's really not a secret. It's common sense. It's a battle between buyers and sellers. This is my buyers and sellers indicator. Who's winning the battle? It's going to tell you right here who's winning the battle. You just have to click on them and go monitor what's happening on the chart. This pullback indicator is going to help walk you through the play. It's the perfect tools. When you get comfortable and you're not afraid to lose and you get into stocks like this, you may want to hold some of these pullbacks. Some of them aren't this drastic. On the larger price stocks, I hold them as long as the price doesn't break below the 8 moving average. I don't mind a little pullback if I'm in for heavy share size on a nice stock. If I'm up $500 or $1,000, I'm willing to give up 250 of it or so to hold on through that pullback for the next run up. You don't have to trade that way. That's my strategy. But that's how comfortable I am trading large share size. This is the results of holding on through these red candles. You can get more money. If it broke through this 8 moving average, I would definitely be out, though. I'm not in this stock. I'm just explaining what can happen. Watching our numbers over here. This is the one that was moving yesterday. It may try to make a 10 or 15 cent run here. I'm not seeing the volume, though. I'm not seeing a spike. Watching the numbers. There's a new one on the top of the list. No, well, it was. It's not there no more. Another penny stock. Man, them mid caps, they're just not treating me right this week. I haven't seen hardly anything up over $8 to $10 to $12 to $15. Saw Nvidia move, but I would have had to put $500,000 in it to get anything. And no, I don't do that. I'm not that brave. Where did that come from? You see, I saw the number moving. Look how small that number is. We've got buyers. We've got buyers. We don't have a lot of volume, though. I'd like to see this number start increasing, not disappear like that. We did get a green arrow. I didn't see that. It was kind of hidden there. We did get the crossover of the two moving averages. It could go. Who knows? We just have to wait and see. Volume's died. It's weak. When you sit here and listen to me, and you wake up one morning without me, and you can start calling these out like I'm calling them out right now, you got it. You can be your own commentator. That's how comfortable you need to be with it. I'm seeing a few of you in the chat doing that. By chat, you're saying this one's moving, that one's moving, I got a piece of this. It's becoming natural. I hope you listen to me till you're sick of listening to me. I'm going to preach it. I'm going to continually say, go watch the videos over and over and over until you look at yourself and say, I'm tired of those videos. Come here each morning and watch it in action. The indicator will prove itself to you. The setup over here will prove itself to you. I remember the day where I had to look in the back and say, oh, look at all those lines I drew. Well, it used to be up here, but now it's down here. They say it's going to repeat itself and come back up here. I had absolutely no guarantee of that. That's how I used to trade. 50 lines on the chart, all kind of indicators at the bottom. Looked more like I decorated for Christmas than I was trading. Watching the numbers, I'll be honest with you, there's probably nothing going to happen till 7 o'clock. You want to go get you some coffee, go right ahead. It's break time, it appears. Sooner or later, you soon figure out you don't need all the bells and whistles. You just need to understand it's a game, and a good game, I might say. It's a game between buyers and sellers. Who's the strongest? We can find that out right here and right here. So if you notice, I saw this one moving. I never left it. It disappeared. It's not doing anything, but I'm still watching it. It's still creeping. It may pop back up over here. All this is an early warning. The stock is moving. If you pull away from it, you could miss this. There it is. It popped back in. It's gaining strength. Just because they go away doesn't mean they're done. They can come back. And that one failed. Didn't fail a whole bunch though. It still hasn't broke through that 8. The volume is so low, it could only be a couple of people taking profit. I wouldn't have played this. I want to see runs like this. I want to see these indicators pointing north. I want that price popping and jumping and just getting it, along with this volume thing pumping away. And we have a green bullish signal, and the buyers are outnumbering the sellers. That's what you want. You want high volume. You want all of the bells flashing, all the lights going off. That's when you enter. When you see it start slowing down, get out before it stops. You may get out early, but you got a piece of it. That's what you need to do. Don't try to cross the checkered flag. Just get close to it. Never going to call the exact bottom or the exact top. Slip in there, get you some, and get out. I'm also watching this all stock scan. Sometimes you'll see some moving here that are not on this watch list. And the next thing you know, they popped up here and started moving. This scan picks up a lot more stocks than this one does down here. This one's programmed for pre-market. This one is not. Just before that 7 o'clock hour, about 14 minutes to go. We're in a dead spot. We are waiting for activity. That's the one that moved earlier. See one moving here. Still trying to break that resistance line, and it did. Now what I would wait for here is it to come turn around, start dropping, and retest this as support. If it bounces off of support and we get a green arrow and buyers, that would be the trigger to get in. And I'm not perfect. I could be wrong. It could go up to $50 from right here. Who knows? We've seen that happen. I would love to see this turn around and come test this line as support. Looks like we're setting up another resistance level there. Let's see if we can get it to pull back and make a run up. You can even count the pennies here. 533 to 550, 545, 550. Is it really worth it? I don't think so. It's only like 15 cents. Maybe worth it to you, but not to me. Since it struggled back here, I'm thinking it's going to just struggle right here. But we'll see. Pulling back like I want. It needs to pull back further than that, though. There's nothing over on the pre-market. We're about 9 minutes away from 7 o'clock. I don't like stocks like this that can't make up their mind. I want to see lots of volume and this thing just take off like it got a full tank of gas. Bob Smith, you called it out earlier. Did you get in it down here somewhere? Maybe got a lucky piece of it? Looks like a 30 or 35 cent run from down here to there. You were watching it. Watching this volume, I want to see it take off. I want to see the buyers piling in. It's not happening. Seeing a little bit of movement over here. We saw this one move earlier, didn't do any good. We broke through. I don't see any green arrows. There it is. It just popped in. It's like everybody's waiting for something to happen. Got a good bullish signal. The buyers are in it. Yeah, it's kind of undecided. Giving us like 10 or 15 cents, and then it just goes flat. It's almost unpredictable in its direction. It looks good on the chart, but it don't look good investment-wise. With my luck, I'd have got in right here, and that's where I'd be, is down here. I don't want a tiny piece. I want a good piece. That was devastating. That's what happens when the volume's not strong. And you didn't wait on these buyers to really start pumping it up there. That's what can happen. People get tired of waiting and they get out. We had early warning. We knew the stock was struggling down in this area. Now it's struggling in this area. It's struggling. It's telling you it's struggling. About 7:15, 7:20, once we calm down after the 7 o'clock hour, I'll do another walkthrough for those who just now popped in. And thank you for joining us. I'm watching my numbers. You should be watching these numbers as well on your own computer. You're watching my screen. They already happened by the time you've seen them. This stream is only for example purposes. Do not trade off of it. I'm showing you how this works. I'm showing you what you need to do. The first thing you need to do is go watch all the videos over and over. And come join me here in the mornings and become profitable right along with the rest of us. I know a lot of people don't like pre-market, but I bet if they came over here and saw this, they would like it. We've had a couple of plays this morning. Sometimes you can make all of your money before the stock market even opens, and you don't have to fight the battle with millions of people buying and selling. About 2.5 minutes to go before 7 o'clock. If you don't know, at 7 o'clock, Tokyo joins the U.S. market, and anything that we had moving, they may take a look at it and drive it up even higher. Good morning, Gregster. All we do every day is wait on these numbers. After the market opens, we're going to make some minor adjustments, and we're going to wait on these numbers. That's it. Wait on these numbers. I know you're probably looking at this, man. I know I should have got in, but you made the decision to not get in, and so did I, and that's okay. It's too volatile. It don't know where it wants to go. Every time we look the other direction, it goes up even more. That's okay. It's going to happen. We're not taking chances here. We want to make money. We don't want to run off of luck. We want to know for sure what it's going to do. This is not a lucky game. It's skill game. Definitely skill. I know the feeling, Bob. I guarantee you, if I got in and it ticked up a thing and I said, okay, I'm getting out, that's when you get in. When I get out, it always goes up another $1 after I get out. But I don't care. I got mine. If it went up after I got out, that tells me I did my job. It was still going up when I got out. And I got my piece. This right here should spell danger to you. Even though you feel like you could have gotten in and got a little bit, this is danger. It don't know where it's going. It's 7 o'clock. It's after 7, and looks like we're all red. Let's see if we can get a mover here. Other penny stock. Well, I'm looking for something better in this column. Not seeing any green arrows. Not seeing any green spike indicators. Back over to the list while I eye that one through the corner of my eye. Remember this one? This was yesterday's. I think that was TSLA yesterday. Have the buyers. We don't have the spike. We don't have the green arrow yet. This would be the point it would have resistance up here. Could also have resistance right here. Not enough money in this stock, really. It's pennies and nickels. But if it did make it to the top, that's 20 cents. But it's 7 o'clock. New people moved into the market. That does not guarantee that they're going to run it up. It could just pop up and fall right back down. They could just be hopeful like we were. The point is, we know what's moving. The minute it starts moving, we know. Good morning, Mr. Q. Yesterday was so dead. When I signed off, I looked at it around 10:30, 11 in the morning and turned it off. Seems like the only activity we're getting is pre-market and a little bit at market open. About 9 o'clock, 30 minutes after it opens, it seems to just die. That's not good news, folks. It's after 7 and we're dead. Now we're just waiting. We can find them. We can find the movers, but we can't control the market. There's that 28-cent stock waking up. You saw the numbers. Look how high that percentage is, 22%. My prediction, it'll probably lose half of that in one candle. And as always, it'll try to make a liar out of me. Watching the numbers over here. BCTH still trying to get up there. It's a crawler. You may have more patience than me. You may want to just sit on it. I don't know. I'm not going to. And just like that, they disappear. TSHA still trying to break that resistance line that I drew up there earlier. Yeah, but it never pulled back far enough. But it could have. I wasn't watching it. I went to somewhere else. But I don't want 10 cents. I want 30, 40, 50. And if I don't get in long enough, you'll see that 30 cents up there and that I didn't take. But that's okay. It's not going to give it to me in one run. I probably won't buy it. I like high volume. Watching the numbers over here. While that one bounces off the resistance. It's been steadily inching its way up. You can call this one the tempter. It's been a penny stock week so far. Penny stocks have won. All you have to do is watch this column each day. It's not hard. Watch the videos. Once you see this number moving, that's the reason to go look. You like getting it 2 or 3 pennies at a time? This is the week for you right here. It's been that since yesterday. I think even last week was a penny stock mover, except for that one on Monday. You would like to see the mid caps wake up. For those of you who are new here, we are watching volume spikes. That's what this indicator does. I am Ricky Gaspard. I coded it. What it does is it monitors the market for any kind of movement in a stock. If it's moving, it's going to show right here. We currently have the volume spike set to 0.0, and you do that by right-clicking on the name and adjusting this number. That makes this indicator its most sensitive position. So you're going to see percentages like 0.19, 0.10. Gives you a better chance of catching these stocks near the bottoms. Once it fires on this side and you are interested, you want to look for a bullish signal in this candle. This indicator only measures this candle. This is the overall market. This is buyers outnumbering the sellers. Wait on these green arrows. Hopefully you can catch a stock when the two moving averages cross each other. This is the 9, the 8, and this is the 21. This is the perfect setup, providing you got in time. And you get in time by catching it at a low number over here. You have to focus right here. Don't focus on my screen. Get set up. Focus on your computer. This screen is delayed. Don't trade off of my screen. It may have already happened. So I coded these scripts. You're not going to find them anywhere. You can find them here. Maybe later somebody will take them and they'll call it theirs. But we'll all know where they started. Kyle, there's a setup on Discord. There's a setup on YouTube. Let me post the links for you. There's a lot of videos on YouTube. Watch all of the videos over and over again until you're sick of watching them. They all contain valuable information. That's the YouTube channel right there. Please subscribe, like the videos, click the bell icon, join our Discord. We have lots of people that'll help you if I'm not available. Everything is free. I don't charge. If anybody tries to charge you, don't pay them. It's going to be somebody just wanting your money. That was the Discord link. You go to Discord, there's a channel called Current Setup. There's a channel called TOS Scans, and there's one called TOS Scripts. You can find everything over there, or you can sort through the YouTube videos and find everything you need there. I highly encourage you to watch them multiple times. I know it's sickening sometimes. You get tired of the same rerun, but it's for a purpose. I guess DCTH, that's the kind of stock you buy and close your eyes, turn off your computer, and come back at lunch. Maybe it did something. Every time I think about it, I see this, or I see that red one, or that red one. Every time I turn my head, it makes a run. Well, maybe I should tell y'all I'm not looking at it, and you'll profit. Thank you, Who Loves Lunatic. This is what you want to see, but you want to see it happen all at one time, not like this. This one was too choppy for me. Since I'm doing the streaming, I'm paying attention to everything except the stock market when I need to. It's okay. I'm training you, not me. Isn't that beautiful? It finally decided to gain some strength. Marking out these levels are very important, guys. You really need to learn that. All I'm doing is marking out the highs and marking out the lows, marking out the high. You can catch one coming back down and bouncing off of one of these support levels. That could be a possible entry. This was a level here. It pulled all the way back to it, and there it went. Could do the same thing here, providing this stock is strong. For me, it's too bouncy. It did not give me a good indication back here that I should get in. And the next thing I look up, and I was wrong. I'm watching other stocks. I'm talking. I'm watching the chat. This kind of stuff happens when I'm involved. Once you learn this system, don't let me distract you. Concentrate on your trades. Active, I don't think you sold too early. I don't think this stock knows where it wants to go. I mean, this just could have been a burst of people saying, okay, let's play this resistance level, and now it's over again. You can spend a lot of money jumping in and jumping out and jumping in and jumping out. Is it really worth all the pennies? Maybe. Good morning, citizen. We seem to be getting 3 to 4 small movers every morning. And I do mean small. I guess that's better than nothing. And the definition of nothing is 9 o'clock. That's when nothing happens. So this is what I'm talking about. We had this nice little run, and then why is nobody else interested? Maybe they know something behind the scenes that we don't know. Watching the activity over here, it seems to be waking up a little bit. I'm not seeing any movers. Maybe this one. Looks like it's been struggling. Active, you just never know. If you made something, pat yourself on the back. We can always look back and feel sorry. But if you made something, be proud. Okay, to all the newcomers, I'm Ricky Gaspard, and I am a coder. I code ThinkorSwim scripts. I do not work for ThinkorSwim. Let me clarify that. Although I've been tested by ThinkorSwim TD Ameritrade, they put this setup through the ringer. And they actually wanted to say it was too good to be true. So they tested it again. They tried to manipulate the numbers, and they did. And they lost half the profit, but they were still profitable. So they put the numbers back. They actually used the scalping software. This is for scalping. This is for trading. They took a scalping software that I created and they used it for long term and was very successful. I was thinking it was going to be a disaster. They don't know how to use it. To my surprise, and to their surprise, it worked. So this indicator here monitors volume. You can see the volume here. We watch for these numbers to grow. And we check them, and we can catch stocks like this. We wait for a crossover of these two moving averages. We wait for this bullish signal that you saw pop up to pop in. This bullish signal is monitoring the current candle. I created this spread indicator that you can adjust. If it's over a certain amount of spread, it'll flash red. So we watch for a volume increase over here. We click on it. We wait for a crossover. We wait for the green arrow. We wait for a green spike in this candle. And we wait for a green buyer's indicator to pop up here. If the moving averages have already crossed and they're pointing due north and the price is above the 8 and we're getting green candles, green arrows, it's probably a buy. You can play this several ways. You can wait on a pullback. This is a pullback right here. It ran up, pulled back, and it ran up again. That's what this indicator does, is it spots pullbacks. Or if you feel brave, you can just get in on the run and get out right here. It's doing all the work for you. It's finding all the stocks. You don't have to go search for stocks to buy. If they're moving, they're going to pop up right here. This one didn't work out so well because we didn't have all of the indicators flashing. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, the links are in the chat. We'd love to have you on board. It's free of charge. I'll never charge you. I just want you to make money. If you have any questions, we have a support channel over on Discord. If I'm not available, somebody will try to help you out. We all want you to win. Watch all of the videos over and over and over until you can repeat what's in that video, till you get comfortable. Once you're comfortable, it's just a matter of clicking the mouse at the right time. Top, we're only probably 4 months old. The way I understand it, most people don't have 1,000 subscribers for 6 or 8 months. We did it in 90 days. You have to also have a certain amount of view hours, which is 4,000. My view hours peaked out before the subscribers did. And I think the more time goes on, more people will find out and the growth will continue to go. I'm not worried about anything like that. I'm concerned about people making money. That's my journey, to give away what I know, because it works. My blessings will come back sooner or later. I'm not worried about it. I've already been blessed. I like helping people. We did pick up 30 more subscribers since Saturday. It kind of dies out Sunday night. Everybody goes to work during the week. I pick up 8 or 10 every night, it seems like. But it'll grow. We're not old enough to be recognized yet. I do know this. Nobody else is going to give it away. They want you to pay them hundreds or thousands. I don't. I find that the more I give, the more I receive. I would probably decline that offer from CNBC. I think their name stands for can never be correct. I've watched them for years. I don't watch them anymore. But I've seen the manipulation. I've seen them say this is going to take off like a rocket, and it doesn't. It came to the point that If I did the opposite of what they said, I was more profitable. Everybody says do what they do. I don't. I do what I do. I don't know, but I don't like listening to him scream all day long either. I like peace and quiet. I like watching my own numbers. Don't tell me to buy something. I know if I need to buy it. The truth is right here in this column. I don't go to other stock websites and take their recommendations. I'm not even telling you to do what I do. I'm telling you to do what this indicator shows you. I don't know. I'm just like you. I'm following this indicator. It's telling us the truth. Sometimes you'll hear me say something and the exact opposite will happen. That's the stock market. I can't predict it. I can only tell you what I see, and sooner or later you're going to tell others what you see, and they're not going to believe you until you show them how you do it. They're going to see it wasn't you after all, it was the indicator. So all you need to do is help us build this big old happy family. Bring everybody over here. We will all play the same column. We will all buy the same stock. Eventually, we'll be big enough to move a mountain. I call it blessings from above. I'm that guy. I'm a believer. A little bit too expensive. If I buy that, I won't be able to eat beans with my rice if I lose. To Mimi, I don't know what your question is. We were joking around about CNBC or Kramer. It was fiction. I could be a public speaker, though. I've done that before. I've done it many, many times. Being in the construction industry, you have to present your stuff to the boards. I don't mind speaking. I have no fear. I try to help the young kids grow up, lead them in the right direction. Half of them don't listen. But I never give up. Well, I don't mean to bore you folks, but there ain't nothing happening right now. I think it's time to go fill the coffee cup. Take a little break. Good morning, Muhammad. I can almost guarantee if y'all hang in here with me and you listen to what I say and you watch the videos and you ask questions, dig deep into it, don't leave yourself with any doubts, get clarification from somebody. And if you listen to what I tell you, when we go into a bull market, you are going to be a very happy person. It's going to be a smorgasbord of green stocks to pick from. And everybody's happy because now the market's going up. It's been down for years. I wished I could say we have a new president, but I can't yet. But when it turns around, be ready. Know what you're looking at here. When it turns around, it's going to be a pot of gold in your lap. I'm not telling stories here, I know. Just have patience. We're going through hard times. Just because you lose a trade doesn't mean you suck at trading. It happens to all of us. Sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes it costs you money. But we'll pull through it. We always do. Just don't change strategies. Once you figure this setup out, stick with it, win or lose. The only thing you need to do is, why did I lose? Did I do something wrong? Did I get in too soon? Correct those mistakes and move on with the same strategy. Those that keep changing strategies continue to lose. They're not perfecting anything. They're jumping around from strategy to strategy. That's where most of the people go wrong. What more do you need? You need to know if the buyers outnumber the sellers. That's it. Then you need to plan an entry, which you can do over here. Patience is the key. Right now we're waiting for better times as we pick nickels and dimes out of the trash. Sometimes we get a runner, kind of helps bring the sorrow away. But we're all going through the same thing. Even the best traders are having trouble. Captain, there is a way to do it. I would have to end this stream to figure it out. But I know when you touch the screen on your mobile device, there's some little indicators pop up on the left. It may even be the hourglass looking thing or the beaker. And I think you can go in there and adjust it. But I'm not absolutely sure. It would take me an hour to figure it out, just like you, because I don't trade on mobile. I only have it on my phone because I had Xfinity as an internet service, and I might have had to log in to get out of a stock because they cut me off. That's the only reason I have it on the phone. Assurance that I could get out. While I'm talking, a penny stock moves up, just like I said. So I wouldn't trust myself to trade on a phone. Maybe monitor, yeah, I'll trade. Too many buttons to click to trade on a phone. Not a big enough screen to watch. Watching for movement in the numbers. Mr. Q, I do have a backup. We are now on fiber. I did not cancel Xfinity. I brought fiber right to the back of the computer, not to the pole and copper to my house, but right to the computer. My upload speed is higher than my download speed. That's what I needed. Watching these numbers, we look like we're getting a little bit busy here, but I'm not seeing the numbers moving. They're just popping up and they're frozen in their spot. That penny stock would have cost a lot of money to somebody. I like it when y'all call out symbols like that. It tells me you're studying, you're doing your homework. Doesn't get any easier. Just have to watch these numbers rise. If you're not set up like this, go join the YouTube channel, join the Discord, join us. It don't cost anything. Here's a link to the YouTube channel, please subscribe. That's how you support me. Of course, YouTube probably ain't going to pay me anything, but it's okay. If they'll buy me a can of beans, I'll be happy. Here's the link to the Discord. Join the Discord. There's a lot of us over there. I think 250 or so. They're all willing to help you. Watch the videos. If you're new here, I'm Ricky Gaspard. I created these indicators. This one is a volume spike monitor. It's going to tell you the minute a stock starts moving up or down. Once we find one moving, we click on it. We look over here. This indicator is measuring the strength of this candle. We wait for a crossover, or we verify that the 8 moving average is above the 21 and that we get green arrows. Once we see these indicators turn north and you see an instance like this with the green bullish and you see the buyers right there outnumber the sellers, you would make your decision to enter. When you're in profit, get out anytime you are comfortable. Or you can wait on the stock to turn red or wait on a red arrow. I'm guilty of that as well. I like to try to get all I can out of a stock. As long as this price doesn't drop down below this 8 moving average, I'm willing to hold on sometimes. You might not be. Find your sweet spot. Use the indicators. Get set up with the pullback indicator. This is a very powerful setup. There's that bullish candle right there. There's the buyers outnumbering the sellers. It's kind of weak. I'm going to agree with you. I know that's what you're thinking. It already made its run up from here. Actually, it started back here. But this is what we do. We get set up. If you're new, you watch the videos until you're sick of them. But watching those videos will explain what this does. It will explain what this setup does. You will learn and learn and learn until you're sick of learning. Once you're comfortable, come make some money with us. Robert, it's so thin picking right now. I'm looking for anything that moves. I've been tempted to be a penny stock buyer, but I'm trying not to go there. That seems to be what's moving this week. I like to stick around the mid caps, but I am known to dip down to $3 or $4 or $5 stocks. We get a multiple selection here. We're not waiting on a paid subscription to call out one stock at a time. We're watching the entire board. This scan will monitor the entire pre-market. I have this pre-market scan on YouTube and on Discord. Set it up the way we set it up. Create that watch list. There's a watch list video. You don't have to load all of the indicators in that video. Load what you want. Just make sure you load this spike indicator. But watch the videos over and over until you are tired of watching the videos. Every morning we come here and we wait for pre-market open. The moment something starts moving, we find it. It's right here. It came to us. We don't go searching for stocks. When the market opens, we're going to make some adjustments. And then we're going to monitor the market open. And then at 9 o'clock, the market's going to die just like it does every day. And at 9:30, I'm going to end this stream and go find something better to do. I'm going to cleanse the brain. We've had a couple of gainers. Maybe one might have impressed me a little. I don't know. I didn't buy it. This would have been a nice little buy right here, but it was too cheap for me. But if you weren't watching me and you had already learned and you were comfortable with this, you would have been watching it on your own computer, and you can pick up little movements like this and write them up or write them down. It works in both directions. There's your shorter stream right here, a red list. Probably the first thing you need to do is see if you're trying to install it in the wrong area. You have to watch the install on the video. That's the case of most people. They get a label error or they get an expression error because they didn't actually watch the video. They thought it was just an edit scripts thing and posted it in there, and that didn't work for them. It's a special setup. In most of my videos, I have the install. I do it right in the video. But if you continue to run into issues, we will help you. Just go over to Discord and type it in the support area that you need help, and we'll try to get you through it. Good morning, Wyatt. So the watch list items, this is a watch list. They're all going to be installed right here through this little gear icon. Customize. You're going to type in custom here, bring up one of the custom folders, move it over to the right. You're going to open it up. You're going to paste the code I provided here. You're going to name it and put it on the time frame that I suggest. And that's how you would install this script right here. It's not through Edit Studies. It's through this little gear icon. If it's a shared item, you're going to click on Setup, Open Shared Item. Setup is at the top right of your screen on ThinkorSwim. First, you're going to copy the link, click Setup, Open Shared Item, hit Control V. V is in Victor to paste it in the box, and you're going to preview it and import it. Please watch the videos. I explain in every one of them. Make sure you copy only the code. Make sure you don't leave out any semicolons at the end. All it takes is one little error and it won't work. Watching the numbers, and nothing is happening. We're at the 8 o'clock hour, and most of you already know if the investors are in profit, they start selling off some of the shares so they don't lose them at market open. So we may see some red start coming into this column. That is correct, Omar. And for pre-market, you right-click on it and go to Edit Formula and make sure this is on 0.0. We will change it back after just before market open to 100. I will walk you through that about 8:25. Pretty quiet right now. It's not us, it's the market. You are welcome. Let's see where Wilds is. On Wilds, I probably would have played right in here somewhere. But I would have also been watching for a green bullish. And I would have been watching for buyers outnumbering the sellers. And I would have been mad when it got up here and turned red. And I probably would have got out. And as soon as I got out, it would have ran up just like normal. Hey, I'm being honest here. You said, tell me what I would have done. And I would have got out right here, and it would have ran up, and everybody else would have made money. Sometimes I'm smart enough to get back in. And then I would have got out in here somewhere. I wouldn't have been greedy. I let the indicator tell me when I should get in. I don't use my brain. It's been wrong for so long. So you're trying to move this volume bar up to the top up here. I love waiting on pullbacks. That's my main focus. But if it looks nice and strong and the 8 is above, the price is above this 8, and I'm getting numerous arrows like this, I will jump in. So if you're trying to move this, indicator to the top of the screen, you're going to go to Edit Studies, and you're going to open up the script right here. And where it says declare lower, you're going to say declare upper. And then you're going to apply it, and it's going to move to the top of the screen. It's that simple. Yeah, sometimes you have to rename them, Mike. You are correct. What works on mine might not work on yours. You are welcome, Joey. I'm always going to be truthful. Watching the list over here, not much happening. I see a few things moving, and I can't click on them because they go away when I do. Well, it's quiet. Nothing's happening. We're between that hour that you have to go get your coffee cup filled. Stand up, look out the window, stare at something far away so you're not straining your eyes. That's what I have to do. You're in Texas, you stare so far to look for a raindrop because it hasn't rained in months. There's a possibility of having issues. I know that. Somebody can help you, even if it's not me, somebody can help you. They're usually simple fixes, things we overlook, like I do every day. I'm watching a spike happen over here. We see the bullish. You see the candle? That's this candle right here. The buyers are outnumbering the sellers. The moving averages are trying to turn north. Maybe this is the market open runner, but who knows? Let's see if I can show you that from this screen. You go to drawings right here. You go to drawing tools. And it is this second icon right here. And then if you draw a line, let's say I draw one there, you can right click on that line and go to properties right here. And you can change the way the line looks right here. But you have to go get out of this line too, or you're going to have a pencil all day long. I just leave mine on the pencil. I don't care. But you have to go back to the drawing tools and click on the little arrow to get back to the arrow. If you haven't explored ThinkorSwim, Click on everything. As long as you don't save it, it's not going to mess up anything. Explore the tools. Watch YouTube videos on the tools. Learn how to use the tools. As I'm talking, I'm looking for these stocks in my price range, but they're only making little bumps. And then they die. You're welcome. So let's say you drew a bunch of resistance lines. They're all over the place. You've been doing it all day long, and then you want to get rid of them. You right click and you go to clear drawing set, and you clear those lines. Many people don't know how to save a default desktop. I'm not talking about just saving it as a setup. I'm talking about setting it as default. And that's what these two little bars are right here. We click these two little bars, and you would look down here and set it as chart default. And whenever you come up here and open multiple windows, every one of these new windows will have the default setup. Good morning, Larry. This default setup assures that if you want to open multiple windows, you'll have the same desktop on all of them. But you have to save it as default. Right here. It's about 8:12. Nothing moving. I don't expect it to until market open. I'm going to fill my coffee cup. I shall return. And I am back. Good morning, William. Good morning, Lawrence. Good morning, Larry. I think I already told Larry good morning, but good morning again. Just making sure I'm not missing anybody. Looking at my list to see that everything probably went up while I was gone. And it didn't. So if you miss any of these live streams, they're all on YouTube. You can go watch all of them. Watch them until you're sick of them. That's how you learn. Feed the brain. Or overfeed the brain, as I should say. Make sure you check the red ones and the green ones. The red ones could be just a small pullback. You never know. It could be that setup that we always look for. Boy, somebody lost money on that one. That's a disaster. That's the kind of traps you want to avoid right there. That's a $25 drop. That guy's going to need a lot of prayer. Joey, you got that right. It's going to be totally different. Right now, we're looking for needles in a haystack. We are thinly picking right now. The bull market is totally opposite. All of the shorters will be doing what we're doing now. And I'm going to laugh at them. We'll all get to eat beans with our rice. We'll be doing much better. As long as I don't buy them, y'all should be profitable. That's how that goes. I'm also watching down here. The market's starting to wake up. You know, earlier this was all red. There's a lift. Maybe they'll give us a ride to the top. Well, you know I'm Cajun. I like red beans and rice, but I like all beans. So in about 6 minutes, we're going to change over to market open. As we continue to monitor, you never know, that one stock, the last 5 minutes before market open, may shoot up $1. That's what I'm looking for. Sometimes we have a runner in pre-market right into the open and it keeps going. It hasn't happened lately, but it can. Let's take a look at the SPY. Let's see what the SPY is doing this morning. SPY. Looks like it bounced around for a while and decided to move up a bit. And the QQQ. Looks just like the SPY and the IWM. Looks just like the SPY and the QQQ. We could have a little rally, who knows? Keep the faith. One day it's going to happen. Just don't try to force a play. When you force a play, that means you think that you're smarter than the market. Those are usually failures. If you're telling yourself, I wonder if I should get in here or should I get in there, then that's a warning sign right there. You should know instantly if you need to get in. You're trying to pick a spot, you're probably going to run into trouble. I'm not seeing SOUN up here. That tells me it's not moving. If you're wanting a guessing game, I can't guess good. That is a dud. It's not in this list. It's not doing anything. I normally don't go look at recommendations, and that's why. It's not right here. It don't concern me. Let's go ahead and switch over to market open. I'm going to move this all stock scan up here. If you haven't done this before, pay close attention. So we are now at all stocks. We're going to right click on the volume name and we're going to move it to 100. And yours should look just like that. And you're going to click apply and OK. And it's going to refresh on the screen. Then we're going to sort by percent change. I don't know if you're using mark percent change or percent change. I use mark. Sort them from the highest to the lowest. These are the top performers this morning. It's going to scatter your volume spike, but you only want to monitor the ones that are moving, and they should pop up right here. We're going to come down to this scan. I don't know if you have two scans running, but I do, and I'm going to turn this one into gap and run. And this stock will probably, this scan will probably go black soon, and it'll fire up a couple of minutes after market open as it does its work. These are usually low volume stocks that climb a little bit throughout the day. They look pretty good sometimes. Sometimes they look excellent. Sometimes they don't look so good. But most of the time they're crawlers. They will crawl up. And that's all you do for market open. Once the market opens, this column's going to get so volatile. But you're only interested in these few here that may move. You may see some 30s and 40s from the percentages up here. You may see some 60s, who knows? If you're a risk taker and you see one flying and you want to jump in and grab a piece and get right out, that's your call. Once it calms down, and you'll know we'll have a big rush, then it'll back off, and we'll have a couple more big rushes. About 5 or 10 minutes after market open, it'll all calm down. That's when you click on the spike here and you sort them back to the top so that you can watch the ones that are left over. The ones that are left over, if they're strong stocks today, they will continue to rise. But for now, we're going to sort by mark percent change. And we wait. Got about 3 minutes to go. Never know the direction until that market opens. They could look perfect and fall flat on their face at market open. I rarely play the first candle. Very rarely. I like waiting on that pullback to happen. We'll mark the high if it goes up. I will mark the low of that candle. And I wait for a pullback. If it pulls back and shoots up, I'm probably going to get in. Lift is a good price range for me. I don't like that it's only spreading 10 cents though, but I'll settle for 20. Maybe I'll get a couple of $100 and pay for breakfast. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll lose and pay for somebody else's breakfast. We never know. But I may take a chance. Do limit orders all the time. I buy the ask, sell the bid. Right by those two buttons is a little gear icon. Move over the auto send and put a check in the box, but be careful because when you click buy, you're in. When you click sell, you're out. It will be instant, no confirmation needed. My stop is my mouse click. Good luck, everybody. Let's watch the board. Let's see what lift is going to do here. This is what I like to see. So I'm going to mark that high. Going to mark that low. Now I want to see this thing come down, bounce off of support, and shoot up. Hopefully it'll happen. It may not. It could break through resistance and shoot right on up and leave me behind. Watching the board. I'm continually watching. Since we broke through resistance, where's my mouse? I can't find my mouse. Since we broke through resistance, I'm going to wait and see if we can get a pullback. It should flip around and bounce off of this and turn it into support and shoot up. This is only 2 minutes, nothing drastic. I'm going to mark that high. Doesn't look like it's going to give me a chance. I would have to risk play it here if it shoots up above it. I probably won't. Pulling back. We are bearish in that candle. We have sellers on board. Dying off in the list. Was a good run up from market open if you caught it. I don't like chasing candles, so I didn't. Not really pulling back far enough right now. That's not a sign of weakness. That's a sign of strength. I would like to see a flow of sellers come in and take that profit right here and drop it back so I can get in. Right now we have resistance. NVIDIA looks like it's making another move. It was a good one yesterday. Looks like lift is going to float along sideways as we slowly die out in here. Well. Dying out over here. Lift is dead. It's in the list. It's at the top, but it's not moving. Not seeing anything over here. I'm going to continue watching lift. Maybe it'll pull back. Not looking real good though. It looks like the volume is dying off. I would love to have seen a bearish candle, a big one, pull right back and bounce. It's just showing weakness, like it hit a level of resistance. We can get the buyers to come back in, get a bullish up here, and the buyers outnumber the sellers. Now we need some volume spikes to come in. That's only a 20-cent run. Even if it does, I'm losing confidence. Those spikes. And it looks like it's going to fail for some reason. There's that green arrow. Is it going to tell the truth? I held off, and it was a good thing I did. Looking back up here. That one's going to be a failure, I think. I would love to see some higher numbers, some higher percentages. Looks like we're dying off. You can probably click your V spike indicator and bring them up to the top. See what's happening up here. I can click on it and catch it. Still getting that flow. I'm seeing a lot more red than I'm seeing green. I'm only seeing 1%ers in the list, a couple of 2. Pretty bouncy. This one is for pennies, 148 to 150 to 152. Let's check the SPY real quick. Where's it going? That's what I thought. And there's just not a lot of buyers. I mean, like the confidence level is gone. But I can't control that part. Looking devastating. That's the one that was for pennies. It's not me. AMC wants to move. Coming off the bottom for pennies. 340, 343, 345. We just need a better market, guys. It's not us, it's them. Kick them out of office, that's what I say. It wasn't like this on the previous president. We were still in a bear market, but at least we had something to buy. Here comes the red. Man, I've been watching my tick chart. The tick chart go up 2 or 3 candles and drop. That's what I base my entry on. It did not give me a clear indication to get in. They are definitely riding the ski slope this morning. Except there ain't no launch off the end of the ramp. I wouldn't call them men. Being a Christian, I'm going to put a piece of tape on my mouth. Not even anything on the gap and run. That should tell you something. We usually have 2 or 3 slow crawlers. We don't even have those. O-N-O-N. Well, it looks like a disaster just like the rest of them. I can assure you if it's going to move, it's going to pop up over here. Unless you're looking to short it. You are right, Big Mike. They at least have to gap up and open, and we didn't get any of them. We got a few, but they lost it. It also measures momentum, so if we have no momentum after the gap up, they're not going to pop up. So we always look for this crossover. The 8 moving average crossing above the 21. And I do have a scan set up for that. And every day I watch it. I've been finding those crossovers, but I have not seen no carry-throughs. No spikes. There's a crossover right there, and they just sit there. There's a crossover right there. That scan finds crossovers. It's over on Discord on TOS Scans. If you want to wait till this thing pulls up crossovers and click on them and hopefully get in, that's what I do if I decide to sit here for a few hours hoping for something to cross over. I think on Discord I called it the 8 EMA crossing above the 21. It's not called what I called it here. Getting close to that 9 o'clock hour, and we all know what happens. Everybody just gives up. And I don't blame them. We're all waiting on a government change, I think. We have some risk takers during the day. I don't know how well they're doing. Hopefully they're pulling something out. Parker, I don't. I don't do options. I've been sticking with just stocks all of my life. It's what I perfected. I don't play the SPY. I don't play the QQQ. I don't do options. I've been through all of it. I stick with what I know best. And right now, it appears I don't know what's best. But I really do. It's not me. It's the market. That's a nice price stock, but it's moving 22 cents, 23 cents, 24 cents. I'm not interested. This is what happens when you have low volume. You have high price stocks that only move pennies. Otherwise, they would be moving 10 cents, 20 cents between the numbers. But right now, low volume, we're looking at big stocks moving in pennies. They don't want you to get anything. They want to keep you broke. This one is at least moving in nickels or dimes. It's moving in dimes. It's been absolutely awful. Every now and then we have a runner, but we're not having enough runners. I am up $2 on Discord. I can tell y'all are watching. Problem is, it's just channeling sideways. I can see the 8 EMA starting to roll over. They're not turning up and running. Ouch. That does not look good. These are the advancers and decliners, if you don't know this symbol. That's how you spell bloodbath. Just creeping along. I don't like creepers. They can creep down just like they creep up. I really thought we was going to get a play off the lift until it started channeling sideways. And it was at the top of the list. That market opened. That gave me even more confidence. I'm not interested in 10 cents. I probably couldn't have got in here. I wouldn't have trusted it till this arrow clicked in. And I'd be thinking, what am I doing about right now? Because it never broke resistance up here, so that's a no-no. All right, I got that phone call out of the way. I actually thought my phone was muted, but it wasn't. And we are at that dead spot. It's 9 o'clock. And that's what the QQQ looks like. And that's what the SPY looks like. And that's what the small cap market looks like. I don't know, guys. I don't like crawlers. I don't like little bumps up and you lose half of it, and a bump up and you lose half of it. That's not me. I thought I was going to get a piece of lift. It didn't happen. Maybe we should all stand on our head. Everything will be going in the right direction. We have the right tools. We just need the right market. Hoping something pops up. Let's see what the gap to 21 is. We have a crossover, but no advance. There's Neo. There's NVIDIA. I thought NVIDIA was going to fly. There's Tesla. All the big ones are up at the top of the list. They're all falling. PLTR, AMC, NKLA, Apple. That ought to tell you a story right there. I see NVIDIA has just been crawling, no spike arrows. Not really strong, just working its way up slowly. Probably never through a spike except for that one candle. These were the guys that got in too late. We have good tools. We don't have a good market. I can't control that side. While we are hoping and wishing and praying, I am Ricky Gaspard. I am the coder for these Think scripts. This one monitors volume spikes. It measures increases in volume. Each day we tune in and watch for volume spikes. You will see it reflected in the green numbers. And you go over here and you look at the pullback strategy that I coded. And you wait for a bullish spike and you wait for buyers to come in. You wait for these two moving averages to cross over, the white one above the blue one. This is the 8, this is the 21. Hopefully the price jumps above the 8 moving average. You start getting green arrows like this as it's climbing. And you keep getting spikes, and that's when you make a decision to buy. And that's what we do every day as we watch this volume spike indicator and we click on the ones that are moving. But in this market, it's not cooperating. The tool's still working. The market's not. There's no manipulation here. It's counting negative volume and positive volume. I'm not telling it what to do. It's doing all the calculations for you. This script has also been modified to work with this one candle, and it will pop up right here as bullish or bearish. I've also incorporated this script into the overall volume. If there's more buyers and sellers in the overall volume, it will tell you, and there's the sellers right there. If you're not a subscriber, I highly suggest you subscribe. I will post the links in the chat if you haven't subscribed. Once you do, watch all of the videos. Watch them over and over and over. It's a lesson. That's the link to Discord. Join our Discord channel if you need help. And either I'll help you or somebody else will help you. Let me find the link to the YouTube channel. And this is our link to our YouTube channel. Make sure you watch all of the videos. If you have any questions, I'm available sometimes, not all the time, but there's other people in the Discord that can help you out. We are all one big happy family. We try to help each other, build a strong community so that we all profit. Most of us follow the same system. We're watching this V-spike indicator and we're watching this pullback strategy. That's what we want you to learn. We got about 20 minutes to go before I call it quits. I'm not going to sit here and watch things fall. I don't have that kind of patience anymore. If you short stocks, you should be a millionaire by now. You've had 4 years of everything falling. We're going to pay you back when the bull market comes. Just remember that. You're going to have to give it up. I think that's around the corner. NEO's kind of a good stock. It's not really a volatile stock, I would say, but it does do some slow moves. It may be something to count on. You may get something out of it. It's not looking real promising, but it's tempting. We need a crossover. We need an arrow. We need green, and we need green. And we need volume. Volume seems to be pretty good if we can just get it to move up. We need a spike over here. We need something to give us confidence. That's funny. My grandbaby just ran in here a few minutes ago. You might have heard her saying, "Good morning." She's 5 years old. She'll probably be an investor. She loves her pawpaw. Anybody have any questions? It looks like I got plenty of time to answer them. And as always, I appreciate everybody that tuned in this morning. We didn't make any money. Some of us did. Some of us made a little. Doesn't always go our way, but sometimes it does. I'll be shutting down the stream as usual about 9:30. My wife will say, "How much did you make today?" And I will have to break her heart. And she'll say, "Don't worry about it. You know it's going to turn around." And we must have said that to each other 1,000 times. You're welcome, Jay. If it wasn't so hot, I think I would take a vacation. But it's so hot, I don't think I could handle it. I have a brand new motorcycle sitting in the garage. It's been waiting on me and calling my name, but it's too hot to ride. It's too hot to fish. It's too hot to golf. Yeah, make me rich and famous, and I'll do that. Actually, I do. I start about when the temperature starts dropping around September, into September. They shoot up in the Colorado area, up in the Smoky Mountains. The heat of the summers every year, I'm used to it. Down here, you don't go looking for a tan, you get one automatically. You don't have to pay for it. Welcome, Mr. Rodriguez. I love what I do. I hope y'all love what I do too. I enjoy it. It's very rewarding to know that I turned somebody's life around. And that's what everybody do. Help those that need help. No matter what it takes, make an effort. And you soon discover the more you give, the more you get. That's just the way it works. You know, most of my life, I'm the guy that ran and opened and held the door for the elders, and now they're holding the door for me. That's a whole new world for me. That's how you know times are changing. People hold the door for you. I know there's one thing I am good at, and that's saying the market dies at 9 o'clock. I sure wished I wasn't right. 40 cents, 42 cents, 44 cents, 3.92, 3.94. I'm calling out prices over here. Not worth spending money on. So everybody must know what's going on. I don't have any questions. That's good. See you later, Muhammad. I'm fixing to call it quits too. And you're very welcome. Got about 7.5 minutes to go, and I'll be saying goodbye. We just need a better market. That's it. That's the answer. I've done my part. You're doing yours, but we can't control the market direction. Well, I don't see anything going to happen in the next 5 minutes. I appreciate everybody joining this morning. We will continue tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. I really appreciate everyone that joined and signed up. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, comment. If you have any questions, join our Discord. Even if you don't have questions, and somebody will help you. Watch the videos over and over and over until you're sick of watching the videos. One day you'll get to train me, and that will be exciting. And have a nice day, and God bless.